Right along these tracks, a 30-year-old Amber Louise Cates was killed by a train in an accident that was entirely preventable. Walking under this bridge, it's easy to spot concrete pieces that have fallen from deterioration. But Manning says, don't be too alarmed. Members are getting ready to take off on their annual journey to Washington, D.C. That's over 600 miles that they'll travel on these bikes to raise awareness about missing service members. Yeah, out here in Carmel, there are spots blocked off and chairs lined up as people are claiming their spots. I'm in the county clerk's office, and as you can see, early voting is taking place behind me. First off, guys, it's important to note that no one was seriously injured. This all started around 1:30 this morning, about a mile south from the Lawrence City Police Department. Noblesville High School has returned to class today. However, those students that attend Noblesville West Middle School will not return to class until tomorrow. A huge event for classic car lovers starts today. It's a 31st Meekums car auction. Yeah, guys, it's so crazy out here. It's so hard to believe that hundreds of people filled this area yesterday, and they left it looking like a dump. We've actually went around and we found some treasures to make our little pool party here. So we have a inflatable pool that somebody left behind with these awesome emoji floaties in it. And then we actually found 2 grills that people were cooking on yesterday. We got the sunscreen, we got the Lays where people had those on yesterday too. And so just a lot of good treasures out here that people left behind. And I'm telling you what, you guys are not missing out here. It is very smelly. There will be hundreds of volunteers coming out here today to pick up all of this waste that was left behind from the Indy 500 fans. A little over an hour ago, we arrived on scene at this trucking company where we saw 7 dump trucks on fire. Check out the video we were able to capture. Indianapolis Fire Department came out here very quickly. They were able to put out the fires in about 30 minutes. It was 7 dump trucks that caught on fire. IFD told us it was estimated to be $150,000 per truck. That's $1.2 million. There was reported to be no injuries that occurred. Nobody was on the scene during the time the fire happened. Investigators are on scene right now figuring out what exactly caused the fire. We have a major breaking news coming in right now. The soccer coach, the doctor, and the 3 Navy SEALs were the last to come out of that cave in Thailand. The soccer coach and 12 of his players were in a cave for 18 days. But all thanks to 19 Navy SEAL divers, nobody is in that cave anymore. It was a 3-day rescue mission that took place, and now it's successfully completed. A local milestone in the ongoing fight against gun violence, a neighborhood on the north side of Indianapolis is marking 1,000 days since they've had a deadly shooting. Butler Tarkington saw their last homicide in October of 2015. This is video footage of that crime scene 3 years ago. During a 2-month time frame in 2015, they had 4 homicides that rocked that neighborhood. Residents say they've seen major changes through collaboration between police and the community.
There's a lot for kids to do and youth to do, which keeps them out of trouble, which keeps them from being targets of gangs and drug dealers to try to recruit them. So this is part of addressing the root causes that was leading to the violence.
The 10-Point Coalition is one group who's leading the anti-violence efforts. Leaders say they hope that their neighborhood can serve as a model for other cities attempting to reduce gun violence. And now, hold on to your teeth. Get ready, you have to see it to believe it. Garrett Bridge from Logansport celebrated his 90th birthday by doing something even I'm too scared to do. He went skydiving, and as he soared 12,000 feet above, his family watched from the ground below.
What about your teeth, Pop?
Keep your mouth shut. They will come out.
Garrett says he's always wanted to do this. He got the idea from former President George H.W. Bush, who jumped out of planes for his 80th, 85th, and 90th birthday. After seeing him have so much fun, I think I might have to give that a try, but only if I make it to my 90th birthday. One family in Carmel wants people to be aware of a deadly disease that's making their life hard.
This is where you get uncomfortable. That's what's going to happen in life. You're uncomfortable, and that's, growth happens through that. And so I can apply what I'm doing in there to real life, and I want my clients to do that too. Our phrase for Shred ALS is it's more than a workout.
Tara Holman is a fitness instructor at Shred 415 who is managing life changes due to her husband's diagnosis a year ago.
I have ALS. I know what my path is. It's a terminal disease. And while that's tough, I think the struggle is for her and for my boys who they're the ones who have to do everything for me now.
Jeff's disease will progressively destroy all of his nerve cells and cause disabilities. This means the Holman family must live today better than tomorrow, not knowing what to expect.
I mean, you don't get much hope. There's no cure, there's nothing they can do. So, but where our hope comes from is eternal hope. And so that's why we can keep moving forward, because we've been promised something and he's never failed.
Although facing a terminal disease, they both said they are grateful to have a front seat to the goodness of people through receiving a van and a client having shirts made.
The community here has been just phenomenal to us, and that to us gives us a lot of hope and a lot of inspiration to move on.
Tara said she wants people to make the most of their short amount of time here on Earth.
Lock arms with somebody and, you know, surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up, who are going to build you higher, and who are going to take you home.
To find out more information on ALS or the Holmans, go to their blog at www.holmanshredals.com. Today is the last day of ALS Awareness Month, and this family is hoping people will continue supporting different organizations who are trying to find a cure. About 40 police officers from 6 different departments in Indiana showed up at Southwood High School's graduation to surprise the daughter of a master trooper detective who was killed in the line of duty 11 years ago.
We were there to honor his memory and to support his family. And every officer there was honored to do it.
Indiana State Police Sergeant Tony Slocum said this surprise was 8 years in the making. Lauren Rich was only 7 years old when her dad was shot and killed in the line of duty. His wife, Connie, said being a trooper was in his blood.
He liked to help people. He really did. I mean, when he got killed, he was in an unmarked car. He didn't have to stop, and he did, and that's just who he was.
Master Trooper Detective Rich was shot and killed in July of 2007 near Wabash. The suspect then killed himself. Connie and Lauren both said the troopers have been in their lives since their loss. However, they were not expecting to see them at Lauren's graduation. Lauren thought the 40 reserved seats in the back of the gym were for the teachers, but when she saw they were for the officers, it meant a lot.
It was so special. They've all been such like family to us. I mean, I know almost every single one of them, and for me to know them, not like 11 years ago, that's still pretty special.
We're just so thankful for the support we've had. You know, it's been 11 years. Some of the city officers that were there that day, they were still in high school when my husband was killed. You know, they don't know him, but yet they feel like they do know him through us and through his stories and stuff. And living in a small community, it really helps. And when I think people have forgotten, then something like this comes along and it's like, no, they haven't forgotten. And they're still there for us.
The support these officers gave to the family helps the legacy of Master Trooper Detective Dave Rich live on.